Good day and welcome to the channel. As promised, we are going to do some gear review, and we're going to start today with some of the pistols that Tyguy and I like and shoot with the most. My agency issues you a weapon, but also has a very long list of weapons that are approved, and you can get any one of those that you want. You buy it yourself and you're allowed to carry that. All Glocks are approved, every Glock model, and I bought myself a Glock 23 that you see here in front of you. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to be able to make some modifications to the gun, and obviously you can't modify the gun that the department gives you. So this is my Glock 23 that I bought a few years back, and I have done significant modifications to it. I have an extended slide stop. I have a kind of a VP9 edition, Heckler H&K VP9 edition here on the slide that adds lips so that you can cock it better. You get more purchase on it when you try to work the slide, work the action on the slide. I've changed the sights, which is not a big deal on Glocks.
Yeah, I mean, that's obvious. Why would you want to keep the stock sights?
Well, they suck.
Yeah.
The Glock sights are just like a common thing that people hate about them. They're just little plastic things that get all bent up. I put Ameriglow, what's called T-cap sights on here. Awesome sights. The front sight is just fantastic for acquisition straight out of the holster. And at 25 yards, I'm able to shoot very, very nice tight groups with this gun, even though it's a compact weapon. What else did I do? I got a pyramid trigger from the Glock store, and even though the trigger system that I bought comes with a bunch of different springs that you can make it a 2-pound pull and all that, I was stuck with the original springs. Really, the only thing I wanted the trigger for was reset and over travel, and it does a great job with that. It's also flat, the flat trigger surface, as opposed to the standard Glock that has kind of a weird, feels kind of weird, and if you shoot it for any extended period of time, it kind of irritates your fingers. I have a grip sleeve that's kind of unusual on all my Glocks. I got this idea from one of the FBI SWAT guys that I work with. Basically, what this does is it creates a ledge for your support hand, and obviously I just rubber sleeve. So for right-handers, you put it on the other side. I'm left-handed, so I put it over here. So when you come up, you have a place for the palm of your support hand to just get great purchase on, and really make clamp down on this gun and have a great purchase to it. So, and again, I don't know if you've ever seen left-handers with this slide stop, but that's how we have to activate it, because these guns aren't ambidextrous, and the original slide stops for these Glocks are as flat as a table. Yeah. I mean, you can't. They really are. It's really hard to acquire them, and the ones that have the little bump on them is a lot better, especially when you have to do this to get the slide to lock back. What else? Inside, I mean, I did the 25-cent Dremel shining, thing to it. So everything is really, really pretty, nice chrome where all metal meets. They say that reduces friction. I don't know. I didn't notice any difference in it. I had a lone wolf extended barrel on this that had a threaded end to it, and it actually jammed a lot. So I got rid of it. Obviously, I don't want anything that has, the gun's got to be reliable. Obviously, the most important thing. So I did Dremel the feed ramp, made it real nice and smooth, polished. The pyramid trigger kit came with a safety plunger that's got a little bit more round, so that there's not as much friction when it's activated, and it has a skeletonized striker pin. I've actually heard some nightmare stories about these striker pins that they break because they've been so skeletonized. So and that's from reliable sources, guys that have worked inside the gun ranges. I'm thinking about well, and I am going to change it back to the original one, put the original one back on there. But and the only other thing I've really done with this one is that I stippled it. I saw. I was watching YouTube one night and I just, man, why not? And it's not bad looking, but I mean, honestly, it doesn't do much. Whenever I've tried to use it like that for purchase for my thumb, and I fire the gun, my thumb still slips off of it. So I mean, it doesn't really do anything. This little purchase pad right here is a much better. Ledge for me to put my hand on. I'm distracted because I can see myself. I'm not supposed to be able to see myself when the tape's rolling.
Oh, yeah. Don't mind us.
So, I mean, the monitor is working, but it never has. So that's great. You learn something new every time. Demonetized. All right, will you put that back together, please? Right here.
I can keep it in.
And the battery looks like it's about to wear out. We're going to have to change batteries very soon. All right,
Nice.
so
Back to the topic.
back to the topic at hand. This is Tyguy's first pistol that I got him. This is a Walther P22, 22 long rifle. Man, it's just a sweet shooting gun. I mean, we took this out to a buddy's property, and we were hitting metal targets at 100 yards with a freaking pistol, a small pistol at that, super accurate.
Yeah, it hit it right on top.
It's got luminescent sights on there. It's really bright. The only downside that I ever found of this gun was this spring that comes with the Walther, and you can see. You can go out and just search and do dozens of YouTube videos where they talk about this. The gun's kind of weird. You take it apart by pulling this back and lifting it up, and by the time you get it forward, the spring is just a nightmare to get together. So we from a company called Tandem Cross, we bought a captured spring and guide rod, and it's made all the difference in the world. It's 100% functionality, still works just like it always did. Didn't change the recoil in any way, shape, or form that I can tell. They claim that it reduces it, but it's a 22. Really? There's no recoil. And just for giggles, we put a compensator on there, obviously, and it's just kind of, it is a functional compensator. It is loud now. When you fire it, it's obviously all the sound comes right back at you. But I mean, we just got it for looks. I mean, you don't really need a compensator on 22, and there's really no recoil. And in fact, my mother's in her 70s. My wife had a friend come to town and shot a pistol for the first time, and this is what I always bring out, because people that are apprehensive or have less strength in their hands, this is a great way to introduce them to the sport and let them have fun. Because I mean, these things are great. They learn all the nomenclature. Everything works the same, but the bullets aren't real scary, and it doesn't just snap in their hand, and it won't discourage them and scare them away from the sport. And just for giggles, we also got a True Glow green laser on here, something that we use to torture the cat.
Oh yeah, we have to do this with the cat.
No, this is gonna be great. Yeah, we're gonna do a video where we torture the cat with the lasers, which will be a lot of fun. But other than that, that's it with the with regards to our pistols. We're gonna do a day at the range, and you guys can see us out there shooting these things. Again, a lot of fun. We one more thing I wanted to show you. This is one of from that same company, Elite Tactical Systems (ETS). They make my clear translucent Glock magazines, and they also obviously make magazines for ARs. And I mean, I love companies that innovate. I really do. You got to give these folks credit, because it's not only translucent, it's really strong. I've taken it out to my rifle school. We dump these magazines right and left. You can't baby them at all, and they don't break. They don't scratch. There's nothing to them. They're super durable. And what's really neat, I thought was neat about this, is that the follower in this has a tritium sight in it, so that when you're lined up at night this thing's all the way down here, and you can actually kind of just, you know, cant your head to the side, and you can watch that follower as it goes up a little bit. And you won't know for sure what your exact count is, but you'll have a real good estimate as to what's left inside your magazine. I thought it's just a great idea. I mean, you just something else that helps, and not only that, if you dump your mag at night, maybe you can better see it. Just some other cool ideas. So next we will have a day at the range, and you guys can watch us put some of these shoot these weapons and show you how they work in action. So we will see you then.
I stole the camera. I stole it. I stole it. I stole it. It's stolen. I stole it. It's mine now. It's mine.